So the non-amazing Lucas, aka the amazing Dusty Hat, he's still crying about reparations, blaming Trump, and doing a whole bunch of nasty talking towards white people. It's pretty sick. Let's take a look at it. Don't forget to hit the like button and the hype button if you haven't already. All right, let's get into it and subscribe.
Because what the Trump administration has just done is joined on to a lawsuit started by Judicial Watch. And what Judicial Watch is trying to stop happen in Chicago is basically reparations. Now, albeit soft reparations, because what it is it's giving money back to those that were harmed during race-based housing discrimination. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can anyone be against this? How can people go and try and attack Black people being compensated for racial laws that negatively impact them? Okay, how can someone be against this? Well, it's very simple. The lineage of evil. I don't know what to tell you. The lineage of evil. Because what you have to understand, in America today, there is a white victimhood mentality that is being forced, is being shoved down the throats of many white youth and many, older white men. And the concept is very simple. The less Black people have, the more they have.
First of all, I can't take nobody serious that don't know how to clean their hat. I'm supposed to take political advice from you. You got all that dust just sitting there. Got the nerve to have 2 t-shirts on. Why? Why do you have 2 t-shirts on? So you know the one on top is dirty. You probably ball it up, throw it in the corner after you finish. But knowing his dusty self, he probably go out on the town, go salsa dancing or something, thinking that he the man. But you put it on top of another shirt with the dust. Is that supposed to make us not see the dust? Is that what you think? Anyway, I can't be the only one that's sick of reparations. I can't be. I can't be only one is sick of the talk about it, of people begging. Maybe I don't have time. I got bills and ish. I can't be sitting here just, I hope a bunch of money for things that had nothing to do with me. I wasn't even alive during that time. I don't even talk to my damn family. I don't speak to them. Went no contact. Been living way better, right? Fixing my life. Why would I be sitting here begging for stuff in return for what happened to my ancestors? Yeah, it was jacked up. I'm not even going to sit here and try to front like slavery and all these things weren't a pretty messed up thing that happened. See, the thing is, though, it didn't just happen to Black people. It was all different types of slaves throughout history, bro. Like, you ain't special. You in particular, especially Dusty Lucas. What is that on his hat?
Little do they know, this has happened historically and it has never benefited them. It is presently not benefiting them, okay? When it comes to housing, when it comes to healthcare, when it comes to education, all right? We're not talking about the white elites. We're talking about the working class, middle class white Americans, and also the bubbas, right? The poor who like to, poop in their bathtub and stuff like that. It hasn't helped them yet, but somehow, one way or another, the post-traumatic slave master syndrome is locked in their head. The propaganda and the conditioning has happened over time, and ignorant begets ignorant that begets ignorant, as the scripture says. And
boy, do I hate when he tries to quote the Bible and be all over the damn place. You got Trump derangement syndrome. And I'm not even a political guy, right? I always tell people that I don't classify myself as anything when it comes to politics. But I know bull crap. And people like him, the amazing Lucas, people that get on here and he spew these woke agendas and fake talking points, they're the bottom of the barrel when it comes to content creation, right? They're not genuine. They're grifting. He does not believe anything he says. I'm willing to bet. He don't believe in nothing. He just jibber jabber. That's what Lucas do. Jibber jabber, cry, go back to jibber jabber.
As the scripture says, and we have a lineage of evil. Damn. So what these people are trying to do is essentially say that, hey, the vulnerable citizens of this community, because that's what they always do. They'll never say Black American. You notice that? They'll never say Black. They'll say anything but Black. Vulnerable, people of color, all these euphemisms and just nonsense. So you had this one attorney saying the vulnerable people of this community, yes, there's ways to help them, but not by race and not by giving them just cash. That's not the way to help them. Then I look into, because I'm like, okay, I'm always curious to see who these people are. Who are these demons, bro? I want to see these demons in their face, bro. And I look it up. And sure enough, this demon ain't not even from here, fam. Not even from here, bro. They are importing demons. Bro, is the lineage of evil, are y'all suffering that bad that you got to import racists now? I know y'all imported the white Afrikaners, but now y'all importing Indians, because that's exactly what she is. Bruh, her family, she was born in India. She's an immigrant from India coming here to now attack Black Americans. Hot damn.
First of all, Lucas is racist as hell. Whoa. Where did that even come from? You got to start digging into their personal lives now because they don't share the same opinion as you. That's pretty sick. And also, you hate white people so much that you willing to blame them for other people's decisions. Now you still blame and then got the nerve to call people demons as if you ain't out here being the most demonic person. Like, yo, Lucas, you gotta start getting a grip on reality one of these days. Just go ahead, throw the booger sugar away. No more blue magic. Go wash your hat. Yeah, wash it. No, stop sniffing your hat. Stop sniffing it. We ain't trying to see none of that. But you gotta just be real, be honest. Realize the truth for what it is. You want to be in the Matrix. Lucas is the guy that would snitch on everybody in the Matrix just so he could get back in and have that fake steak. I'm telling you, that's Lucas all over it.
Do you understand how insane that is for you as an immigrant, an Indian immigrant, right? Coming from a caste system to come over here and then tell Black Americans that, hey, you aren't entitled to compensation for the discrimination that you face because it's race-based? This is the hustle that I've said time and time again, all right? I want you to understand, because when it comes to these white ignorants, right, when it comes to these demons, it's always the same thing. These mofos instituted racial laws for hundreds of years, okay?
See the way he talks about white people? This is disturbing, dude. I don't know what's wrong with Lucas. Like, he really is taking his grifting gone crazy. He went off the deep end when it comes to this nasty woke agenda. He want to be like his daddy, Dr. Umar. This is nasty work for sure. Super nasty work. Yeah, crazy. Hasan Piker keeps getting called out for his nasty statements. Let's check this out. Don't forget to hit the like button and the hype button. And make sure you subscribe and click the bell and press all. Let's get into it.
Do you think that you've ever said anything or done anything which could, in the cold light of day, be reasonably interpreted as anti-Semitism?
Absolutely. For sure. I mean, I'll give you an example personally. One of the things that I routinely deploy, one of the pejoratives that I routinely deploy is inbred. And I use that against vulgar ethno-nationalism, vulgar fascism of all different sorts. Something that could be misconstrued as me being anti-Semitic is when I called settlers in the West Bank inbred. I said these inbred settlers, and that was.
I think you compared them to the KKK as well. Is that right?
Oh no, but I don't think that's anti-Semitic.
No, I'm not saying that's anti-Semitic, but I think I'm just giving the full context.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I did. I've compared them to neo-Nazis.
But do you think it might ever be better sometimes just to never compare any Jews to Nazis? It might just be wise to do that.
No, I don't. I'm not so precious about that comparison, and I've actually had.
But maybe that's easy for you to say as a non-Jewish person.
Oh, for sure.
Hasan Piker is so full of crap. So full of it. Fam, he knows what he was saying. Was no misinterpretation. He knows exactly what he was trying to do. But now that he's getting consequences for it, He wants to try to lie and say, "Oh no, that's not what I meant. It was out of context." No, we knew the context. You've been pretty much saying it in front of our faces for years now at this point. Hasan is very prejudiced. He's extremely racist, in my personal opinion. And that's just me going based off of the things I've heard him say, the way I've heard him attack people based on where they were from, their race. It's extreme. And every time he's called out on it, he tries to play the, "Oh no, it wasn't me. It wasn't me." He's like the punk villain from the Warriors movie.
Who's them? The Warriors.
The Warriors did it. It wasn't me. No, Cyrus, it was the Warriors. So like, take some accountability. If you're going to be out here saying all this nasty terrorist stuff, then when people call you out for it, don't try to act innocent. That's what Hasan is most known for, lying. Remember, he said lying's OP.
Trying to be as sort of generous as possible, but you could. There are so many things you could call those settlers. I'm not defending those settlers for a moment. I think a lot of them are committing heinous acts. I think a lot of the people in the far right of the Netanyahu government are absolutely appalling. I would say that completely explicitly. But you know what? You could probably say all that, and you could probably make a stronger case and not undermine yourself by comparing them to Nazis, because Nazis literally tried to exterminate who they are as Jews.
Yes, I don't disagree with that. The comparison,
why'd you do it?
In my opinion, the comparison, in my opinion, is not only graphic, but it's apt. Because Nazism is a fascist ideology. It's a dangerous fascist
call them fascists then. Call them fascists. You don't need to call them Nazis.
Hasan calls everybody that. If you step on his toe, he gonna call you that. Just throw the N-word out there. Yo, this dude don't care. He's different, bro. He's different. Even the host interviewing him was like, "Do you have to say that? You gotta throw that out there? You gonna just put that label on people? That's what we doing?" And of course, this guy, he's just gonna sit out here and say the most disgusting things and once again play innocent. That's what Hasan Piker does. That's what he's more than well known for.
You say that Israel is racist, it's based on a racist idea. Hamas is deeply racist. They're anti-Jewish.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think?
I disagree with that.
Well, the Hamas charter contains references to fighting Jews as a religious duty, conspiracy claims about Jews controlling the media, finance, revolutions and wars, citations of anti-Semitic forgery of the protocols of the Elders of Zion, and a notorious hadith about fighting and killing for Judgment Day.
So you're referencing the 1988 charter, which has been updated since 2017, but it doesn't really matter because the point of the
Hamas likes Jews
or their opinions. Do I think Hamas likes Jews? I think that there are definitely anti-Semitic people in Palestinian society as there are in British society, right?
There aren't anti-Semitic people in British society killing Jews on a regular basis.
It's because there is no real occupation. There's no military occupation of England. If there was a military occupation of England by a foreign body, by an alien force, then I'm pretty sure you would probably rise up in arms as well.
Hassan is so full of it. Word up, bro. He tap dancing right now. He over there, he got his dancing shoes. He moonwalking over there. He doing the electric slide to get out the way. With the big suit on like Steve Harvey. And he thinks that people are not going to see it. Like, we can't tell. He lying. And that he's not really genuine when he's saying the things that he says. He'll act like he's Mr. Innocent right here, and then he's going to go back on his stream and go crazy. He going to go back on his stream and straight lose it, bro. Like, it's wild. And the fact that his fans, they're not able to see the clear delusion, the lying, the manipulating. I don't remember, he did say lying's OP. So they might be okay with that. They probably over there like, yes, keep dancing, Hasan. Throw them dancing shoes on. We love it when you moonwalk out the way of accountability.
I mean, this is something that former heads of the Israeli state have acknowledged, saying, if I was on the other side of this boundary, I would become a terrorist as well. And it's perfectly understandable that people would oppose 80 years of militant occupation, militant racist occupation. To me, Hamas is simply one of the many different Palestinian resistance groups that has existed throughout time. I don't agree with their domestic policies, but I feel like that is utterly immaterial because the conversation that we're having is about ending the occupation, and Hamas ultimately wants to end the occupation. Hamas would never exist and certainly would not be as violent as it has been if there hadn't been, 80 years of occupation.
Hasan over there performing. He doing his best Denzel Washington impersonation. He over there acting his ass off, bro. Oh, this is crazy. He ain't good at it though. That's the real difference. Is he sucks. We can see through him like glass.
They called me Mr. Glass.
To call him Mr. Glass, especially the way his ego is so fragile. But yeah, like I don't think anyone believes you for real. Is if the people that's fans of you listen to you talking and saying all the bull crap that you say on a regular, they probably just enjoy the lies. They know. They well aware. They like the people in the Matrix that was the guy that he sold them all out just so he could get back in the Matrix and be able to taste the fake steak. That's who Hasan Piker fans are. That's his audience, right? They on that type of time.
Is it true that you said that you considered Hamas to be 1,000 times better than Israel and you'd vote for Hamas over Israel every single time? Is that true and you stand by it?
Yeah, I do.
This is where you go wrong, Hasan. You find yourself basically in a position defending
don't tell me I'm wrong.
elements
tell
of
me
this.
Why I'm wrong.
I'm telling you why you're wrong because you're honestly saying you saw Jewish people, or overwhelmingly Jewish people killed that day.
So October 7 was traumatic. There were heinous acts of violence that took place. No doubt about it. I would never agree again. I would never disagree with that assessment. What I will disagree with, however, is the intentionality. The idea that October 7 was done specifically to kill as many Jewish people as possible, I think is incorrect. I think the ultimate goal of the Palestinian resistance, whether we agree with their methods or tactics or not, and I certainly have my disagreements, the ultimate goal of the
Have your disagreements? They killed 1,300 people. And rape people.
Of course.
Killed innocent young people at music festivals.
Yeah, Hasan will not listen to any type of truth. If you put facts in front of him and it goes against whatever talking points that he has written down, he gonna run from it. He gonna run. He won't say he was wrong. He won't present you with any factual information. He's just gonna start talking in circles and hoping that you don't notice that he's not even addressing whatever the hell you addressed. Whatever you brought up, this dude is not going to mention that. That's not even a thought, bro. It's hilarious. Apparently, Asmongold roasted the heck out of Hasan Piker. Why? Because Hasan Piker was really upset at the comparisons between him and Asmongold. It's crazy. Let's get straight into this. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, also watch more videos after this. All right, let's go.
The only reason why Hasan's viewpoints are acceptable is because they're protected. In every single free speech environment, Hasan is disliked. The only spaces where Hasan can exist and have positive feedback are spaces where they are curated and effectively a reservation. Places like, for example, pre-Elon Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. These environments are engineered to protect your ideology. That's the reason why. YouTube isn't as much. The safe spaces? Yes, they're safe spaces.
They'll say, well, Hasan and Asmongold are two sides of the same coin. Now, for adults with a functioning brain, they know that that's fucking ridiculous, right? It's totally ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Hasan is a communist terrorist supporter, and I'm an American. That's the difference. I don't think that, that's not true at all.
I don't think it's fair to compare Asmongold to Hasan Crybaby Diddy Piker anyway. I think that's a crazy comparison, right? Hasan lies on a daily basis. He lies like he breathes, yo. Like, that's what he does. He should get liar tattooed on his forehead so people could be fully aware. They still gonna take him seriously, ain't they? The ones that's his fans, they don't care. They know he lies. He says lying is OP, and they celebrate it. He's like teaching them all how to be nasty, right? While Asmongold is over there being pretty truthful. He's probably the most honest live streamer that I've seen, if I'm being honest. He's like super, like extremely transparent. Like so much so that we know things we did not want to know. We've seen things we might have not wanted to see. So the comparison, definitely not right at all.
I'm literally about to go and talk to two congressional candidates, right? At the same time. So
this is again, like, this is, I think, the reason why a lot of people are pulling out of events with him is that they're beginning to realize that Hasan's involvement with politics is strictly around building his own ego. It's strictly around making his presence online more impactful and more important. He's attaching himself to these causes and these events. I'm sure that he believes in them to an extent, right? But the prime driving factor is so he can attach himself to different events and then claim victory or, basically shark some cloud out of it. That's about it.
Equivalence, no political equivalence whatsoever. But from the perspective of even the most woke adjacent commentary content creators, they do look for a parody there. The reason for why is
probably because they don't support terrorism. They don't support like animal abuse.
Yeah, everything that he just said about his son is pretty accurate. We all know what he did to the dog. Shot my dog, I can't stand. We all know that. That's definitely out of pocket. And we all know how he feels about terrorism. He'll have them on his panel and call them heroes. Had the nerve to call the guy Luffy from One Piece. You know how crazy that is? Crazy! Like, what? But that's Hasan. I'm telling you, he's one of the most interesting locals when it comes to his ability to manipulate his audience. It's insane. It's really, how can you say it? Evil villain-ish. It's real comic book style. It's wild. Asmongold also called him out for being banned from a bunch of places.
I just found out there were like venue changes because I thought it was because like people were showing a lot of interest, and there were numerous venue changes. And the last venue that we arrived at, they canceled last second.
So let me get this straight. You thought they kept changing the venue because you were just more popular and you needed bigger and bigger venues. But the actual reason why they kept changing the venue is because nobody wanted to host you. I really think this is something special. It really is. That's pure cinema. Absolutely.
Yeah, Hasan looked very stressed. He almost contemplated if he should keep on with the grift, and he thought about it and was like, yeah, let me get this money. In fact, let me use this in order to make people feel bad for me so the subs and donations could rain in. Hasan is a clown. I'm telling you, it's so easy to see through him. Like, I don't feel bad for him in any way, shape, or form. Like, I want to make that very clear. And I don't even hate Hasan. I try not to hate anybody. I don't want to have that much of a personal attachment to people, especially that I don't like. Right? But hate them? Nah, that's crazy.
It's good. I wonder how mad he would be if I wore something like this and I had like a red armband. Do you think he would be like, oh, well, it's just an outfit? No, he would be farming that. He would be saying it's crypto messaging. Oh my God, do it. Maybe I should. And it'd be funny.
Julie also dropped out. Senator Julie Gonzalez's statement. Today, I'm deciding to no longer participate in the rally with Hasan Piker at no fault of the event organizers. Multiple venues who canceled the 11th hour. And I have been...
Another group doesn't want to have anything to do with you. That's because you are a communist terrorist supporter. You are not a Democrat. You are not helpful to the Democrats. You seek to subvert them and take them over and co-opt their platform for your own by using these big, emotionally charged issues to force your policy down everybody else's throats. Foreign policy. That's the reason why they don't like you. It's actually really simple.
Yo, Asmon, Hasan's not going to remember or even care to think about anything that you say that has logic to it. I just want to let you know. That's not the way him and his crew get down. They are anti-logic, anti-truth, nasty, nasty people. In fact, play the nasty song.
Yeah. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
For Hasan Piker and his crew, I'm talking about Cheeseburger Frogan, Lion Ass Denims, Crybaby iDubbbz, who just escaped a lot recently. Yeah, his whole team nasty. That's a fact.
There wasn't even any real protest. No one was like, oh my God, Hasan's coming to Denver. I protest that.
Yeah, they just shot Charlie Kirk. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
It's just
so true.
Phone calls.
And bullets.
It's just shady back.
Bullets. There's bullets too. Phone calls and bullets.
If there is factional infighting.
You're literally cosplaying a dictator. You're cosplaying a communist mass murder dictator. What are you doing? How do you have this little self-awareness that you are doing? This is like me dressing up like Hitler with a red armband and saying, I don't know why nobody wants to collab with me. I don't know why nobody likes me. I'm just a Republican. Think about how bad that looks. Oh my God.
I don't like this. There's something strange taking place here.
It's going to get worse too. It's going to get a lot worse because you support terrorists and you are inside of this country. You live like a luxurious millionaire. You're living like a celebrity. You're cosplaying communist dictator mass murderers. You're trying to force Middle Eastern identity politics into the Democrat Party. And you have openly supported terrorist groups that kill Americans. It's going to get a lot worse.
I wish the U.S., America, would follow suit with some of these bands when it comes to Hasan Piker, bro. He crosses lines on a daily basis, on a regular basis. He's insane, bro. Straight crazy. And he's been able to just build up a following and have people support all his nastiness. It's extremely sick. But tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the like button and the hype button if you're able to. And if you're also able to support more, sign up for memberships.